study guide, number 2 for test 2. All right, number 1, we are trying to determine what type of solution this is. So first off, I'm going to combine my like terms. And these two. Okay, I brought the right side down. Now I'm going to start with opposite operation. They both cancel, so we have -1 equals -1. That means if they equal each other, it's infinite solutions. All right, number 2. This one here, we're going to start cross multiplying. So let's start here. All right, now we're going to distribute, so use distributive property. All right, so what should you do first term, you have to do the second, so you're multiplying. Okay, I brought all the terms down. That cancels. The last step, divide. All right. Okay. All right, for the next part, we're going to determine A is for no solution, B for infinite, C for one solution. So we have 4 problems. Okay. So we're going to solve them. All right, I'm going to distribute. Okay, anytime you don't have anything there, put a 1. Makes it easier. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times -1 is -2. 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times -1 is -4. All right, opposite operation. I'm running out of space, so I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to recopy that equation real quick. And last step, we are dividing. All right, this is one solution. Now why it's worth solution? Because it has the answer. All right, next one. We're going to distribute. 2 times 6x. All right, we're going to subtract these 2. So opposite operation, they both cancel. 4 does not equal 9. This means these, if it's not equal to each other, that means it's no solution. All right, next one. So I'm going to distribute, put your 1 here. -3x minus 12. Now these 2, we could combine like terms right away. So that's going to give us -3x minus 12. Now we're going to do opposite operation. Which you do to one side, you have to do them both. They cancel. Okay, we have another one, infinite. They equal each other, that means it's infinite solution. All right, then we have one more. Let me highlight the answers. Okay. anytime we have a fraction, you could have used 0.5 also if you need to. Or half times 4. That 4 goes to the top, and 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2x. And then negative 4 over 2 is negative 2. That cancels. Plus 2, plus 2. X equals 0. Now this is one solution. Even if it equals 0, it's still x equals something. All right, number 4. So, like I said in previous problem, you could change it to decimals if you don't like fractions. Let's do the decimal one to show you they might be easier for you, maybe not. 1 divided by 4 is 0.25, and 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. I'm going to start here, minus 0.25x. And then 0.5 minus 0.25 gives us 0.25x minus 3 equals 6, plus 3, 0.25x equals 9. And then last step, we divide by a number next to our variable. And 9 divided by 0.25 gives us 36. All right, so that's our answer. Okay. So that was B. All right. We are going to skip down to number 6. For the time of the video, that's why I'm skipping that one. So here, I'm doing up to number 15. All right, they're asking for solution. That means we have to solve this one. Let's put 1 there, distribute. So negative 2x plus 6 minus 2 equals 4. So that's a minus, because that was minus. So negative 2, because negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 3 is 6. We could combine like terms right away. 6 minus 2 is plus 4. Minus 4, minus 4. That cancels, so you get negative 2x equals 0. And just finish it off, x equals 0. All right, so our answer would be C for that one. All right, we're gonna move on to number 7. Okay, solution means what's the answer. So x equals something, all right? Minus 2x, both sides, opposite operation, that cancels. Minus 3, minus 3. And last step, you divide. All right, so it's B. And then rate. Could put over 1, so we are making this into fraction, this way we could cross multiply. 6 times 6, 36. And then 1 times this whole term is just 2. Same thing you see. All right, this one here, obviously you could see you're gonna get a fraction, which is okay. Distribute. All right, now we're gonna subtract opposite operation. So we'll have 30x equals negative 8. Now we are dividing by the number next to our variable, which is our x. Now we could reduce this. So we could divide that by 2. What you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. Top is your numerator, bottom denominator. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. And 30 divided by 2 is 15. So our answer is C. Now, let's say you had a hard time reducing this. That's fine. What you can do is use your Desmos or calculator and just put, you can put negative 8 divided by 30, which in decimal form will give you a negative 0.26666 and on. Now go to your answers and divide them all out and see which one gives you the same thing. So that's a little trick. So let's put negative 4 divided by 15, and that also gives us negative 0.2666. So you could match them up if you're having a hard time reducing. All right, number 9. All right, this one's quick, so we'll do this one. Adrian rewrote the equation. So this is the given equation, 2 parentheses 7x minus 1 equals 5x minus 38. Now what this second step shows you is 2 times 7 is 14x and 2 times 1 is negative 2. So what property is this? Distributive, so it would be D. Adrian distributed that too. All right, let's do number 10. All right, asking for solution, that means solve the problem. All right, first thing, put your ones where there's nothing there. Distribute. 3 times 1 is 3x plus 6 equals negative 2x minus 4 plus 15. Don't forget that 15. All right, we have 2 terms here, 3 here, so we are going to combine like terms right away. Plus 2x plus 2x. All right, so we'll bring 5x down. This cancels. This gives us 5. And now last step, we divide by 5. All right, so answer is C. All right, next one, we are starting literal equations. So we have our formula here, and the rest of the problem is on the next page. We gotta know what we have to solve for, okay? So they are telling us we need to solve for R. So let me highlight the R. I'm gonna go back to this page. Now with these, there's not much you could do with Desmos. So when I finish these off, I'm going to go back to Desmos and show you how to check the ones in the... All right, so I'm gonna highlight my R. That means you will not move that R to the other side, and we're going to split our equation. So the first step, we're looking at this. Anything what's highlighted, I'm not going to touch to the last step. So I'm gonna go over here, and the opposite operation would be minus S. Now, C and S are not alike, so all you do is put them next to each other and bring this down. I'm gonna highlight my R, because I am solving for that R. So see what I'm doing? Only where I'm moving is down. All the way down, I will not move it to the other side. Now this operation is multiplication, opposite is division, so I'm gonna divide the S and T out. What I do to one side, I have to do the other. So technically, this is my answer. I'm just gonna recopy it for you, that it looks better. So this is my answer right here. So literal equations, a little different. We are not really solving anything. All we do is moving terms around. So, sorry about that. So my answer would have been CS, okay, C. All right, let's go to number 12. All right, here we are solving for Y. So let's highlight our Y. So like I said in a previous equation, don't touch this term yet, not till the end. So I'm gonna go over here. An opposite operation. Now we have a number here, don't worry about that. X and Z is not same, so you just put them next to each other. Okay, now we did not highlight a 3, so we still have to do something with the 3. So if this is multiplication, so opposite is division, so we divide by 3. So technically your answer is this whole thing, but I am going to rewrite it for you again. This is our final answer. So it would be x minus 4z over 3. Looks like A. Alright. Alright, next question. I'm not gonna go read this for sake of time of my video, but it's same deal. What we're doing is solving for literal equations, and here they tell us they want to solve for x1. So I'm gonna highlight the x1. All right, we could solve this. So there's 2 ways you could do it. You could either multiply by 2 to both sides, or you could make it into a fraction. So let's make it into a fraction. 1 times this whole thing will be just the whole thing. I'm gonna start on the side because I might run out of room. Equals, and 2 times, put 1 there. 2 times 1 is just 2, equals 2. All right. Now they told us they want us to solve for x1. All right. So that means we do not touch that whole term. So we're gonna look at the x2, that's positive, so opposite is minus x2, minus x2. Bring, that cancels, bring this down, 2m minus x2. And guess what? You're done, that's the answer. Let me look for an answer. It's not the x1, 2m minus x8, so it's A. All right, number 14, we have 2 more left. And then we're gonna go to Desmos to check some of our previous problems. Okay, so here they want us to solve for x. I'll highlight my x. That means I will not do anything with that till the end. So I'm gonna split my equation. I'm gonna look at the e. Opposite operation minus e. See, I put them next to each other because they are not alike. All right, highlight my x, because that means I don't touch that. I'm just moving it down. See how it's went down? All right, this is division form, so opposite would be multiplication. Or you could have did over 1 again and cross multiply, whatever you want. But let's try this way because I haven't done this way yet. So these will cancel, and what you do to one side, you have to do the other. Now, this is technically done, but I just want to rewrite it in correct algebraic form, which is distribution property. All right, this is our answer. So, okay, and one more, last one. All right, we have a formula, volume of cone, V equals 1 over 3 pi r squared h. Now, what formula show height? See this? This is the keyword. That's what you're solving for, the height. I'll highlight that for you. So it's the h. So I'm gonna highlight my h. That's what you're gonna be solving for. Okay, with this one here, it looks difficult, but it really isn't. There is a fraction. So anytime you see a fraction, you make everything into a fraction. Okay, let's split our side, except the height, which is the h, which you're solving for. All right. To cancel a fraction, we are taking reciprocal of it, which means we are going to flip it. So 3 over 1, 1 over pi, and 1 over r squared. See, I flipped everything. All I did is flipped. Now, what you do to one side, you have to do the other side. So I'm going to bring all of this to this side. So 3 over 1, 1 over pi, and 1 over r squared. See how I put it next to it? This way, these cancel out. So we're going to have h equals. And now what we're going to do is multiply the top, which is our numerator, and bottom, our denominator. 3 times 1 is just 3. And 1 times pi r squared, 1 times y is just pi r squared. Guess what? That's your answer. This concludes the literal equations. Now let's just go back to previous class to show you how to check yourself on Desmos real quick. Let's do number 4. So number 4 was half times x minus 3, 1/4 x plus 6. Let's type that in Desmos real quick and see if we get 36. All right. All right. Let's make sure. I'll put it a little closer, make sure everybody could see. All right, see what I did? I typed in the whole equation. Now, nothing's showing on our graph. That's okay. So what you might have to do is zoom in. Zoom out, I mean. Excuse me. See that minus? Oh, see that minus right there? So you're going to hit it a couple times. Look at that. There is a line. You click on that line, and our x is 36. And guess what it was? Our x was 36. See that? So we did our solution correctly. Let's look at one more and let's look at number 7. So number 7, we're gonna try to see if it's -4. All right, we're gonna type in the whole equation. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clear this one, that way we only have one graph. But if you forget to clear it, then you'll have 2 graphs. You're just gonna have to match up the colors. All right, 3 plus 4x equals 2x minus 5. Okay, so that one appeared. We could click on it and it gave us -4, which that means we were correct. So that's how you could check your answers on Desmos. All right, this concludes our lesson for Unit 2 test review.